Leslie, it's 2022, but after the past few years, I'm kind of feeling a little meh. But what it's really taught me is to be prepared for anything.
That is one thing that we did learn coming out of 2020 and last year. You got to be prepared for anything financially. So now is a really good time to kind of get your financial house in order and start putting away a little emergency fund if you don't have one already.
That's great, Leslie. They say always be prepared, like I'm saving for retirement and my kid's college fund and a PS5, more importantly, a PS5. But how do I get something like that started?
Well, it's important to pay off your debt. And I know sometimes you feel like you're putting money into this fund and you're paying for this and you're saving for that and you're trying to do it all and you don't have anything left at the end of the day. It's always important to pay down your debt. You have to do that. But that emergency fund is really important because it helps you get out of further debt. So you have a problem with your car, you don't have the money to pay for it, you have to get it fixed, you charge it, keep snowballing. So you have to start siphoning some money into that little emergency fund. So when you have a problem and you have to call the plumber, then you can pay for it out of the emergency fund. You're not taking on any more debt, and then you replenish that money.
Every little bit helps, I guess, but it's just so tempting to spend my extra dollars on things I want. What are some strategies to help a guy like me who just wants to throw money at things?
Well, you have to be disciplined and you have to work hard at saving. It doesn't always come naturally, but you want to start small, and small can be $2, $3. Start getting into the habit of putting money into your savings, and then it becomes a habit and you keep it going and it starts to accumulate.
And I'm human. I'm not always thinking about numbers and dollar signs in my head. Is there anything that can just take the power out of my hands?
Well, you know what? I've interviewed a lot of financial planners over the years, and they talk about kind of being slow and steady and intentional about saving money and then looking for money that you don't think you have, but you do. So when you get money for your birthday, when you get a refund, when you get a rebate check, when found money that you didn't expect, immediately get into the habit of putting that right into your savings account. If you have a subscription to a service that you don't use anymore, cancel it and then start putting that money into your savings, and you're not even going to know it's happening. You're not going to feel it. If you go out to dinner every Friday, maybe skip it. Take that $50 and put it into your savings. So you're reallocating money, and it's kind of found money that you don't even think that you have to put into a savings account, but it's there. You just need to be intentional about where it's going.
It's kind of like when I go to those Coinstar machines and you get all excited to see how much change you actually had in your couch, and it's really more than you expect. But how much money should I be putting into an emergency fund?
You know, ideally, financial experts will tell you you should have 3 to 6 months of expenses. That seems like a lot, and I wouldn't want anybody to say there's no way I'm going to be able to do that, so forget it. If you can get $500 into an account, $1,000 into an emergency fund, that's a great place to start, so that if you do have these small things happening, you need money to fix, you have it there. So you can grab that money and then you start to replenish that emergency fund. So it kind of breaks that cycle of continuously charging things and getting yourself deeper and deeper into debt. But if you can put $2, $3, $4, get into the habit of those tiny little deposits, because they do add up and they do make a difference.
Right, and it kind of changes your mindset about what's an emergency. So if the PS5 becomes available, not an emergency, but if my pipes blow open, that's an emergency. So it's good to keep in mind.
See, you're on the right track, Rob. Good luck.
I'm learning, Leslie.